Hello, all you magnificent people, Durpo the Magnificent here, and today we're back with, well, the 9th episode of Pyre. But as you can probably see, there's not really much going on the screen right now, unless I put something there, but anyway, so I recorded this episode and then, like an idiot, screwed something up and didn't actually record my voice. But the thing with Pyre is that you can't go back and redo stuff, so everything that got done it's done. I can't go back and redo it all. So I'm just gonna have to try and voice over the episode in post, which is what I'm doing. So if this is kind of subpar to the rest of the episodes, I apologize, but this is just... it's either this or I just don't put this episode out, and this one's kinda crucial. It's 'cause very important things happen in it. But, yeah, so hopefully this goes alright. Alright, I guess let's start off with the slug market.
Psst. Hey guys, just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know alright. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there. An awful lot.
So, here I decided to heck it, I'm gonna buy a couple of Stardusts. Describe stuff sounds really interesting, because you can unlearn masteries and then choose them again. Basically like a one-time use respec for a single mastery. Pretty dope, but I decided to not go with it because I'm actually really happy with all the masteries that I've currently chosen for all my men's. So I just say screw it, heck it. Let's go for the pinch of Stardust, or the dash of Stardust, or the... oh, I just realized they all have different names, and they probably all have different effects. Yep, that's cool. I never even looked at that.
They're leaving, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time.
Alrighty, and yeah, commence the liberation, right? Let's go, boy. Yeah, that's frick. That was the narrator. You can read.
Is everyone prepared, Edwin?
Yes. Well, several of us have another question that's been troubling us.
You need but ask.
You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Templars and the Knights this night. What happens if we fail?
Edwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path?
No.
Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Templars this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So, look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Templars. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirats is present and prepared.
I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared.
Then, anointed one of the Templars, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask.
You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damned Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna get to see the day again.
He takes notice of someone in your ranks.
Hey, you!
He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him.
Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not these damn robes.
Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked.
Satisfied.
Whoa, you must be new.
Jodariel soon puts her mask back on.
Enough talk.
I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time.
I should rather cut out my tongue.
Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on!
Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you.
Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite?
The lone minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way.
Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
So, an interesting thing to point out is, first off, the demons, they have 30 extra health to their Pyre, which is, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Also, there's only 3 people available for their freedom, Hedwyn, Jody, and Tizo. So, at this point, I'm currently debating on who to let go free, because I don't want to lose Tizo and I don't want to lose Hedwyn. I don't really mind losing Jody as much, even though I do really still like Jody. I like all the characters in this game, to be honest, except Pantha. Don't really like Pantha. But, yeah, in the end, I decided I'm gonna go with Jody, because I feel like she's probably been here the longest, and heck it, she deserves the freedom, and I really don't want to lose Tizo and Hedwyn. So, yeah, let's go with Jody.
Jodariel.
Me? Why?
Then, the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries.
Very well, then. Under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of the Sieve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead.
She then turns to you.
Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Jodariel and see her to return to glory?
Who shall lend her support?
I don't remember who I chose. Oh, yeah, that's right. I chose Gilman and Tizo. Because, I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of silly to have a team. By this night's honor, he shall do his very best. I just thought it would be funny to have a team of just, like, super tiny dudes and a really big demon. I don't know. It was silly, so I went with it. And, yeah.
Tizo.
Tizo was more than willing to throw all his support behind Jodariel this night.
Very well.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings.
She then indicates to the lone minstrel.
Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq?
Aye, Celeste.
Then, let us all begin.
Nightwings, you waited an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
So for these, I'm just gonna go silent and just let you watch. I don't really offer much in the way of commentary on the usual anyway, so, you know. I usually just, like, yell a whole bunch, and I'm like, yeah, boy! And so I'm just gonna not. So, yeah. Observe.
another Nightwings? Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. I used to be the best. At this at least. But now, pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira, I doubt you'll even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up.
The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not.
Kicked their teeth in.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings. Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky.
After all this time,
She turns her gaze toward the rest of you.
I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath.
You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. A seldom-seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath the blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise, but for a moment, only to fall again. Downside legend.
Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now.
Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Did it. Ugh. That made me just as happy watching it back now. That was so good. I'm so happy, man. We set her free. And eventually the rest of us are gonna go free too. We did
May
it!
the scribes have mercy on us all.
Oh my god. That's so great, man. Oh, just makes me so heckin' happy.
After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here.
I don't know what I'm gonna do without her here.
Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed.
We'll see Jodariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here.
What about the stars? Can we afford the time?
About that, reader, go see for yourself.
The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jodariel as you look toward the heavens. She was a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She has regained her freedom in a liberation rite. You gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination.
So there ain't nothing here. Like, there are the previous stars we've been to, but nothing new. The sky is dark and empty. Well, besides all the billions of stars.
You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now.
The stars revealed nothing, did they not?
You confirm his suspicions.
It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words.
Let's talk. Seems to have something on his mind.
You find Hedwyn on his own after Jodario's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found.
I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much better mood right now. It's just... I can't believe she's gone.
Then he shakes his head.
Listen to me. I'm talking like she's...
He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now, and turn to leave.
Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd managed to get out of here. She'd been here the longest, not to mention, I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Wolfred himself, I have a feeling she's really gonna make an impact on this plan of ours, back on the other side. Just the same, though, I'm going to miss her.
You and Edwin share some memories of Jodariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone.
Thanks, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jodie, she'd be happy on that day, I bet.
It's very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening.
Alright. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I miss Jodie too. But I'm so happy to see her go.
Good morning, my boy. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way.
Moonlight Alcove, a small landing on the dark side of the Sacred Mountain. Wolfred indicates you can await the next cycle of the rites here. Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tuckered away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. You find Wolfred, seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you.
Greetings, Rita. This wagon and I, we've many memories together. I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask.
Wolfred invites you to inquire about his past.
Well, I guess first off, I want to know what he did to earn his sentence. Why is he down here? Something I want to know about all my companions.
You ask Wolfred about his past in the Commonwealth, and how it is he came to be in the downside.
How rather forward of you, my boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one.
An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread.
I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine.
The High-Wing Remnants, the last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. The Archjustice Androbles the Ninth.
Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burnt to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else?
Yeah, I want to know how he knows the Lone Minstrel.
You ask Wolfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well.
Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although, he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though, it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now?
And may as well ask why the Nightwings disbanded.
You expressed interest in knowing more how the Nightwings came to be here, and Wolfred's past connection to the group.
I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arissa, and another known as Oralek.
Arissa, a former exile of the Nightwings, who conducted the rites alongside Wolfred and Oralek. And Oralek, a former exile of the Nightwings.
Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right.
And I just kick their teeth in.
But there was a terrible accident. Arissa, we lost her. And Oralek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the Black Wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy.
You thank Wolfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon.
Likewise to you, reader. Be well.
Alright. Well, guess let's bide our time.
Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready when you need it next.
From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside, its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom, one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The Lone Minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please, follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader sir. The stars shine like you've never seen. Once more, the path towards salvation is revealed, but now, something is different. The stars shine once more. Seek now your destination. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you to a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Choose your path towards salvation.
So yeah, we can now choose to go to a whole bunch of different stars and refight all the different people that we have fought before. I don't really know how it works just yet. That, like, I don't know if it's just these 3 that we have to take on before we can take another liberation rite. But basically, the game, we have, if we're thinking about this in, I guess, roguelike terms, I am pretty sure we have just looped. So we reached the end, and now we're going back to the start, more powerful than we were the first time around, and our enemies are probably more powerful as well. So, yeah, I decide, let's just go with Jomir. Start from the beginning once again.
The stars urge that we go to the spring of Jomir, a long way off.
Volfred, sir, how are we to reach the spring of Jomir in due course of time?
You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete.
You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure.
Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time.
As you will, sir.
The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites this time. Until once more we had to traverse the Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader.
Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group.
Let's continue.
Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon.
This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertram's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see.
Volfred beckons you to join him in the wagon. Step inside.
More stuff to click.
Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view.
You are the Night Winds, who should travel in their customary way.
He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book.
Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something.
W to take off. That's right, boys.
After having soared into the sky, the Black Wagon remains aloft somehow.
Hey, now we're talking.
I can't believe it. Oh, by the scribes.
The Night Winds sail the skies again, whosoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing, though we should be able to find at least a couple of landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed.
The Black Wagon can fly, seek landing near the spring of Jomir. Sail now the skies.
So, we can fly now. And it's totally free movement, which is really interesting. Like, this is a huge shift. I didn't see this coming at all, and it's real cool. I'm quite happy with it. Oh, and of course we can boost. Oh, and here I run into another plane.
Sisters, we are under attack. Hold, no. You're only being mocked by none other than the Night Wings. Mock us all you wish, then, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The sight of you in that utterly outlandish wagon, your mere existence is an affront to the acts of flight. Would that my sisters and I could soar tireless and free as we once did, but nay, we must resort to such ignoble means of travel such as you. Now, stay away from us, lest our vengeance should extend beyond your Commonwealth and become much more personal in nature.
So, yeah, you can fly around and bump into other people. I don't know why, but you can. So that's pretty dope. So yeah. Moving on.
Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention.
Best avert your gaze from the Isle of Kael'mur. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid this place. Let us fly on.
No idea what this is. It's interesting. I don't remember passing this on the way here. I could be wrong. Well, yeah, there's the Tempest's Eye, so I don't know. I don't really know what's up with that place. And yeah, there are also points of interest.
Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see big birch roots, from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring.
I am certain that Big Birdroot must have left a strong impression on you all. She is not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you, and to send our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs.
So yeah, I'm gonna avoid points of interest though, because I just want to get on with it. And here we are, but of course I keep going because I'm an idiot.
You soar near the border of the sandfolds where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There's nothing for you here, and you wish never to see it again.
So yeah, it takes me a sec, but I eventually figure out that I need to land at the places that are highlighted. I'm real smart.
The north route across Dromere Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Faye expresses an interest in exploring the pools along this route. And Fall Flat. The south route across Dromere Valley is riddled with barren rocks and bone. Tizo seems enthusiastic about the prospect of taking this route.
And I decided to go with Faye this time. Although at this point, I don't really think it matters too much.
You touch down in the heart of Dromere Valley, where first you faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon, following its flight. Edwin confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Pamitha managed to calm some of the drive imps prone to dizziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out, and the rest of the crew got through the flight without complaint. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land.
Interestingly enough, they make no mention of Sir Gilman, who is afraid of heights, so I wonder how that went down. Also, the Beyonder Crystal is seeking Sir Gilman, so yeah. And we also have a whole bunch of new stuff. Canvas wings. Black Wagon is flight capable through which, by which you don't fully grasp. You can click it, and it doesn't do anything. It's pretty cool. I also didn't notice Sir Gilman here, and I don't think I talked to him. Singing Sands. The so-called singing is the sound of countless screeching wheel mites. Hilarious. Keepsake from Dromere Valley. Sir Gilman. Yeah, I actually moused over him and didn't touch him. Cool. The wisps inside provide a scarce bit of light when all is needed, all for a low monthly fee. Keepsake from Black Basin. And my favorite little toy. Well, hold on. Let me click on this a sec. Nope. The Grisestone. Okay, click the thing. There you go. Grisestone exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing light and attainment. A keepsake from Mount Elodiel. I like that. It's just a rebel stone that just says screw gravity. And now it's gone. Dang. And some buckles that don't have names, so I click them, and then I accidentally click the masks, and then click away, because I'm real good at this. And there's the Book of Rights, which has like 1,000,004 pages now that I click through and don't actually do any reading on, because heckin' I said I'm not going to be doing the reading of these anymore. But yeah, there's the titles. Living in Exile in the words of blah 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 blah. Forsaken Lands in the words of Molten Millith, the Wild Witch, not the Wind Witch. And the Celestial Landmarks, in the words of Lewis Glory and 100 Minds the Scholar. 9 Triumvirates, in the words of Haub the Swallowed, the Accursed. And on Commonwealth, in the words of Trieste Tithys, the Blessed Born. And then I go back and see that there's like pages and crap and stuff like that. But then I'm like, hey, frick it, let's get that gaddy into the Beyond Crystal. And then I also skip all this dialogue because I'm really tired of doing Sandra's voice, because I don't like the echoey effect that I put on it, but I couldn't really come up with anything else. So yeah, I just friggin' skip it all. Bam. Let's do the Gilman, man. Yeah. And blah 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 blah. Nope, just skip it. Don't matter. Don't matter. None of it matters. And gotta do it as Gilman. Again, I'm just gonna let you observe. Although, maybe I will talk a bit through this. But this one's a bit harder. Gilman is difficult to use on his own. just because, well, he doesn't really have any direct form of attacking. Well, he does, but it's really difficult to use. There, I just ran into the force field like an idiot, and they dropped it in, because I'm really, really good at this game, as we saw. I mean, hey, I curb stomped the Tempers, so I feel like I've definitely gotten better, I just don't really know how to use Gilman. And then, I don't even know what happened there, but, I mean, I do know what happened, because I'm watching it back, but got a nice double kill there. Finally used Sir Gilman's power to an actual good effect for the first time in my entire life. But yeah, I then quickly discovered that his jump is very, very good. Gilman has a very, very... His jump is insane. I can literally just, like, jump right over everything. Of course, if I don't suck. But yeah, then they... I think they score again? Yeah, they score again. Cool. Yeah. Might have been able to jump, but honestly, it was a close one. And then I die, because I'm bad, so they get it in again. It's just hard to watch. Grab the ball, run over here, jump it in, no problem. That's when I discover, oh wait, his jump actually has like a lot of distance, and you know, they can't really do too much to stop me, so just jump it in and we win. No problem. Should have just done that from the start, but I didn't, so yeah, you know, whatever. Huzzah! This knight prevails! And skip all the dialogue because frick Sandra. Not a big fan of Sandra, if you couldn't tell. She's just kind of there. I don't, like, hate her or anything, but, you know, I don't really have a particular liking for her either. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed through this sorcerer's test. Wah! By the scales of the Underking Oars! What is that you have there?
Oars scale. Sir Gilman jumps farther than usual by 30%.
Which is phenomenal, considering I just discovered how powerful his jump is, so that's dope. I very quickly go and equip that, because my goodness, that's fantastic. I'm gonna have to put that fairy stone on somebody else, because that's just great. So I don't actually remember if I do anything else at this point. I don't think I do. Oh yeah, that's right, I just go on to talking. So, here's the deal now. Since that was kind of... well, it wasn't the end of the game. But that's pretty much how the game's gonna go from this point onward, as far as I can tell. We're gonna do the regular rites, get to the liberation rite, and then we'll set someone free and loop again. And we'll do that, like, I don't know, 6, 7 more times to free everyone. It'll take a while. I'm not sure how it'll go once we get down to, like, 2 people, like, not enough to conduct rites. But, yeah, so... the deal here is that Crosscode just came out as of me recording this voiceover thing. So, and I really wanted to do a playthrough on that. So right here, I am making the proposition to y'all. And I'll just start talking in the present tense now, because talking in past tense is dumb. But yeah, so here's the deal. Since Crosscode just came out, and we've technically seen how this is gonna go, like, there's definitely gonna be differences in the loops and stuff. The enemies are probably gonna be more powerful and stuff like that, and all the liberation rites are gonna be different as well, unless it's just the Tempers again. But what I mean is, it's going to be different dialogue and crap for each person that gets liberated and stuff like that. So there's definitely gonna be differences as we go through, but here's the deal. The 2 options that I'm going to present to y'all are that I either quit this series right here, right now. I'm definitely going to play through it on my own time and finish this myself if we decide to quit. So yeah, we'll either stop this playthrough right here and move straight on to Crosscode, or we will finish this series off in its entirety and free all of the triumvirates, well, the exiles. And once all of them are free, we'll finish off the series then. But yeah, I'm going to totally leave this up to you guys, because I know there's going to be a couple of you that definitely are going to want me to continue this, but maybe there's some people who are like, you know what, I think I've seen enough, I will do the rest of it on my own time. Maybe I'll go buy the game now and play through it myself, and I would love to see Crosscode. I don't know, it's totally up to you guys. I am willing to do whatever, so yeah. Please let me know down in the comments, though, because otherwise I won't know what to do, and I'll probably just keep continuing with Pyre. So yeah, But anyway, that is going to do it for the 9th episode of Pyre, and this is potentially the finale, depending on what you guys want. So, that is it for this episode, and potentially this series. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you'll have a magnificent day. Durbo the Magnificent out.